today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Jackson looking to throw right away. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
2 yards, good enough for a first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From the 36, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this one is incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Lacy. This complete to Langford. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Looking to throw. Lacy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson now. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. On first down, Lacy.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
Operating from the gun, Lacy, flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Lacy.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Ravens ready to take over.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I
think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
And he'll find Pittman.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Michael Pittman,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Lacy.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Off-play action. Lacy. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Lacy. Under pressure, they got him again. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So we come upon halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. So here are the Browns to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Throwing on first down, Lacy. And incomplete on the deep ball. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Lacy. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fights off the defender. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punt.
And a nice spin into some open field. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd and 2, Lacy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
4th down, here's Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
So that changes things, no doubt. We thought we might be on the verge of our initial score of the game, but after that interception,
The long return.
yeah, then they had that long return, and now it's the other sideline who might be the first to put the points up.
And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Browns have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Jackson.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, his throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Lacy eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free-tie game. They're not behind. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Jackson.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Lacy.
Njoku with an impressive catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Off the play fake, Lacy. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action, Lacy.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
And can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. Jackson to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite.
Jackson.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So apparently the bank is open, and fortunate for them as it gives them a fourth quarter lead.
And you talk about being fortunate. Fortune was definitely on their side there. I think 9 times out of 10, this ball hits the bar and comes right down. But he manages to put a little English on it, and he gets it to go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense. That's caught inside the 20. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take